In 2008, violinist Philippe Quint was flying back to New York from a concert in Dallas. He took a taxi from the Newark airport to Manhattan, and before he could take his violin out, the car pulled away.
It was probably the scariest and most devastating experience of my life.
The cab driver returned the instrument a few hours later, but the incident scarred Philippe for good reason. This wasn't just any violin he left in the cab. This was a Stradivarius violin worth over $4 million that's on loan to him.
It's like losing part of yourself, it's like somebody cut off your hand. And especially given the fact it's not your hand. This hand already was belonging to someone else.
Even if you're not a musician like me, you've probably still heard of a Stradivarius violin.
Stradivarius.
Stradivarius.
A Stradivarius?
I mean an original Stradivarius.
They're some of the most famous string instruments in the world, and some of the most renowned musicians have declared their love for them.
This instrument has a soul and it has an imagination.
It's not a tool. It is a part, it's a total extension of me.
Strads, as they're sometimes called, are incredibly valuable and can be worth up to $16 million. But are they actually worth it? I headed up to Lincoln Center to meet Michelle Kim to find out.
I am the assistant concertmaster of the New York Philharmonic. The characteristic of a Strad in general is that it has a silvery tone, and it creates this incredibly sweet tone. So if you were For me, the Strad has a sweet quality to it, but also able to take some blows. So if I were to play something really hard, and versus, something. If I played on my daughter's instrument, I would have to press kind of hard to make that sound come out, but you would lose the quality that you're actually looking for.
The source of a Strad's brilliant sound can be traced back to its maker. Artisan Antonio Stradivari was a luthier, or violin maker, who lived in Cremona, Italy in the late 17th and early 18th centuries. He crafted these string instruments for most of his life and produced an estimated 1,100 instruments in his lifetime. But only about 650 survive today. These instruments are rare, and there's a long tradition of nicknaming them. The 310-year-old violin that Philippe plays is called Ruby. I have to admit, I'm a little bit nervous to be around that.
Okay.
Oh my God, please don't do that.
I googled the gemstone, the ruby, and the description, I think, was that it's a stone of passion and mystery. And immediately I attributed these qualities to this violin, and to this day, I really feel that it's true.
For generations, musicians have claimed that Strads have a superior sound to modern violins. But can most people actually tell the difference? Researchers in Paris performed a double-blind study with professional violinists to see if they could tell the difference between old Italian violins like Strads and new violins. They had musicians wear very cool sunglasses while they played multiple instruments from each era. The study found that even elite musicians couldn't reliably tell which violins were old and which were new. And maybe more surprisingly, most of them actually preferred the sound of the new violins over the Strads.
One measure of importance is how much influence the makers had, and no one's had more influence than Stradivari.
This is Joseph Curtin, one of the researchers behind the study and a violin maker himself.
So the question is there some lost secret, that something that he knew how to do that no one ever been able to figure out in order to explain some mysterious quality to his sound? And I think the answer is no.
But maybe the worth of a Strad isn't wrapped up in its sound alone. Michel's violin has been passed down through generations of violinists for almost 300 years, from the Duke of Cambridge to the German composer Louis Spohr to Ureli Corelli, the founder of the New York Philharmonic. It is literally a link to the past.
It is a piece of history that you are holding. I feel like this violin is the New York Philharmonic because it has existed as long as the New York Philharmonic has. It's been amazing to be a part of this Strad's life.